You're not failing because you're not good enough. You are failing because you're not willing to wait. We've been trained one drive-through at a time to want everything right now. And the second that something takes real work, takes real time, people like to quit. I'm going to show you why impatience is stealing the life that you say that you want and exactly how you can take it back. Hey, I'm Laurie-Ann Murabito, and I went from being painfully shy to delivering five-figure leadership keynotes. Today, I work with corporate leaders and small business owners to leverage speaking opportunities to be seen, be heard, and to be the obvious one for that next big opportunity. If you ever want to see how impatient people have become, just get in your car, drive anywhere, and watch other people drive. Watch what people do at a red light. There are two cars stopped in one lane, one car stopped in another, and the person that's coming up from behind, they'll actually switch lanes so that they can get behind the single car. It's like a game, and they're racing to get ahead, and there's really no finish line. People will swing into oncoming lanes, oncoming traffic to get around somebody who's making a turn, or they'll even drive in the breakdown lane because they think it's their secret shortcut. To save what? 10, 15 seconds? What I'm noticing is that people don't like to wait for anything. And honestly, I kind of blame it on McDonald's. I call it the drive-through effect. We've trained ourselves to pull up, place an order, and have it handed to us within 90 seconds. You want to get in shape? Oh my gosh, but it should only take a couple of workouts, right? You want to lose that extra 30 pounds? It took you how long to put on that weight? And now you're looking at this bottle of pills that promises you'll drop 10 pounds in 7 days, guaranteed, or your money back? And now we want that promotion. We want that next big client. We want to get in front of that big audience. And the impatient ones want it yesterday. But nothing worthwhile actually works on that kind of a drive-through timeline. Here's what impatience really is. It's not ambition. It looks like ambition. It dresses up like drive and motivation, but it's actually the opposite. Ambition is willing to do the work for as long as the work takes. Let me say that one more time because it's worth repeating. Ambition is willing to do the work for as long as the work takes. Impatience wants the reward before the work is done. And the second that reward doesn't show up on schedule or quickly, people want to walk. They just drop it, go do something else. And that walking away is the problem. Most things don't fail in the doing. They fail in the waiting. Let me give you some real numbers here. Nearly half of all podcasters quit at 3 episodes or fewer, and almost half are gone before they even really get started. And about 8% ever get past episode 10. So if you can get yourself to episode 21, you're actually in like the top tier, the top percent of all podcasters on the planet. And it's not because the person wasn't capable. I think it's because of two things. First, the results weren't there fast enough. Thank you, drive-through effect. They didn't see the downloads. They didn't see their audience grow. They didn't get the call. They didn't get the proof that it was working, so they decided it wasn't. And the second reason, they showed up for a few times and went, oh my gosh, this is work. This is actually a lot. This is a commitment. Essentially, the excitement wore off. You know, I'm recording this for you right now, and honestly, I've lost track of what episode number this is because I've got well over 400 episodes. And when people hear that number, they're so impressed. But here's the part that really matters. I've been doing this once to twice a week for almost 6 years. That's paying the rent. Because remember, like I mentioned in a previous episode, success is never owned. It's rented, and the rent is due today. The rent is due every day. Let me pause here for a second because this is exactly the kind of thing that I dig into every week in my Expert's Edge newsletter. It's short, honest, no fluff, just the small shifts that help you keep going when the results haven't showed up yet. Go sign up It's down in the show notes, or go to speakandstandout.com/newsletter. Go do that now, then come right back here because the next part is where it gets even more practical. Okay, so how do you actually beat this? The first thing is to redefine patience because I think most people have it wrong. Patience is not sitting around politely waiting for life to hand you something. That's totally passive. Real patience is active. It's continuing to do the work on purpose, intentionally, through the long stretches when you've got nothing to show for it. It's a skill. Working while you wait, doing the work while you wait. I did a whole episode, 426, on why we've gotten way too addicted to comfort. And this is kind of its twin because waiting is uncomfortable. The gap between the planting and the harvesting is exactly where the drive-through brain panics. Nothing growing that you can see, so you assume nothing's working. And then so you rip the seeds out or you plant more seeds and then you keep checking on them the very next day. But it takes time for those seeds to germinate and root and the plant to break through the earth. And then it takes time for it to bear the fruit or the vegetable. Success seems rented, and the rent is due today. And it's really about the willingness to keep paying the rent, doing the thing before you ever see the results. And that's the difference between those who are willing and have the life that they want and those who are not willing and are going to keep complaining about their lives. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to pick one thing that actually matters to you: the business, a skill, the body, a relationship, your audience. Give it a timeline, not a drive-through timeline, not the 90 seconds. A year, 2 years, 5 years. Then stop checking the scoreboard every single day. Stop pulling up the seeds, so to speak. I want you to do the reps. Just trust that it's all going to work out. Just keep your eyes focused on the goal. And regarding this podcast, I don't think I ever had a goal of over 400 episodes. I just decided that I wanted to put out a weekly podcast, which turned into twice a week. And right now it's back to once a week. And I may change that up again in the near future. But the goal was a podcast. I didn't have any number of years, but there have been weeks that I was just like, oh my goodness, I got to get an episode out. I don't have anything ready to go for next week. Now, here's your challenge for this week, or your homework assignment, if you will. Catch yourself being impatient in the car, in line, at home, at work, at the gym, wherever. I want you to remind yourself that fast and meaningful almost never live in the same place. They're kind of two different things. I want you to be proud of what you are creating in your life, in your relationships, in your career, in your business. And most of the time, those things don't come in 90 seconds like the drive-through at McDonald's. It takes time. So please be willing to put in the time. Be patient. Just keep focused on the goal. And if you enjoyed this, you should be on my email list. My Expert Edge newsletter is where I share these kinds of shifts every single week. The stuff that keeps you in the game long enough to actually win. So I want you to head on over to speakandstandout.com/newsletter and sign up. That link is also down in the show notes, and I will see you in your inbox. And until next week, I want you to be in demand. Hey, before you go, are you still the best kept secret in your industry? And what would be different if more people actually knew how good you are? Well, introducing In Demand, my monthly membership for coaches and consultants just like you who are ready to stop hiding and start using speaking to grow their business. You don't need more items on your to-do list. You need visibility, confidence, and clients. And that's exactly what In Demand helps you build. One member actually said, "This gave me the confidence to land my first paid speaking gig." If you've been thinking, someday I'll put myself out there, today is the day. Doors are now open, and you can join us for our next live training at speakandstandout.com/IND for in demand. And that link is down below. Your audience is waiting.